I think the sound is working now, and I also think I know how to read the messages. And if this is true, then a lot of good things has happened tonight. I tried the live streaming yesterday, and that didn't really work to LinkedIn. I got the video to work on LinkedIn now, and now the sound didn't work. And the good old fix, as far as I can see, was to turn off the system and turn it on again. So let's see if it works. Anyway, I wanted to talk about company culture. This is the third time I'm talking about company culture. The first two times was live streaming to myself, and I just check. And Alhamdulillah, Mina, she tells me the sound is working now. So I'm a happy boy. Let me start with my cultural talk then, because if you're going to transform any company, more than just small incremental changes, then you have to make sure that the people are with you because they're the ones who's going to do the changes with you. And in many cases, you also have to transform the culture. And this is where it's going to become very, very complex because culture is inherited in the organization throughout its whole lifespan. Culture has slowly been built up, and maybe even different business units they have different cultures. And this is the beast that you have to tackle if you want to do successful transformation of companies. Now, a classic knee-jerk reaction to changing things in a company and people not moving is, by introducing sanctions, saying if you don't do it, you won't get any salary. If you don't do it, I'll get you black points or whatever you want to call it. And I don't think that works because if you take people's salary away from them, if they're not doing what you tell them to, yeah, maybe they will do what you want them to do, but they won't be happy about it. So they won't positively, being part of changing the culture. So what are we doing? I don't believe either that you can change the whole company culture just by design. You can't hire any advisors and just say, let's change the culture and go. I also don't think that even if you do big cultural change programs, people, they will participate and be part of it and they will find it fun. But, 2 or 3 weeks after the culture change program, everything is back to normal. That doesn't mean that everything is lost. And I don't have the silver bullet solution to how to change a culture in a whole company. But I have some experiences that I want to share with you because I've been part of changing cultures. I've been part of changing cultures in large organizations. And every time we've done so, we've done it through business units or teams. We've started somewhere with a small project in the small, and we've built a culture, the end state culture that we wanted to instill in the company, in this team. And of course, that's not easy either. It's not like you just go into a team and say, hey, let's do this culture. My experience is that what you have to do in order to start changing the culture is to, I guess you can say, set people free. You have to be a strong coach, a strong partner in making your colleagues understand what they maybe even deep down inside know, that they have a lot of capabilities, they have a lot of competences, that they can actively be an important part of changing whatever you have to change. So you have to talk to people, you have to coach them, you have to give them that room to grow with you and with the team. And when you start allowing people to really use their competences without putting them into boxes and say, this is not part of your job description, you cannot do this because this is somebody else's job. If you start allowing people to work with what they really want to do and what they're really good at, you will also see that you start to increase their motivation significantly. And this is the first step in creating a culture that you want to sustain in a new company or a new corporate setting. And of course, it's not enough just by working with people and doing whatever you can to coach them and have their competences set free. You also have to make sure that the team that you're working with is working towards something that they believe in. For a company, that could be the vision or the mission. I think it's a big too much or too big to start setting up a complete vision for the company. But what you can do is to set up a vision for your unit or for your team. You can set up a vision for the team saying, guys, I want to make sure that when anybody from your organization comes to us, they should have the best experience ever. We will help them. We will do whatever we can to make them succeed as well. If you can create a team culture or a vision that the people on the team they will believe in like this, then you will have also taken another step in making this team working together strongly and working towards what you all believe in. It's important that this vision that you set for the team is not just something that you think of when you're in the shower and come tell them this is what we have to do. This is a thing that you have to do together. You have to sit and talk. What is it that we want to do as a team? What is it that we want to do? Where do we see our unit, our team's position in the company, and how can we make a difference? And this should be the guiding star for your team. And then it's your job to make sure that everybody on the team they are being given the tools that they need to grow, that they are given the freedom, that they're giving the trust that they need. And you'll start seeing that people around you, they will have fun when they go to work. They will start to grow. They will use their brains again. They will be proud because they will feel that you take them serious, that you listen to them, that what they are doing matters. And for me, this is the first step of starting to create a new culture, a transformational culture, if you will. The purpose is, of course, that your unit is going to work fantastically well because you are starting to work together like this. You're starting to work together what you believe in. And one of my colleagues, he said today that we want to create a unit where when people are looking us through the window, they want to get in and join being part of us. And when you created that, and I've done that a couple of times, when you created that, then the other business units, they want to see what's going on here. How can we be part of this? And then you're slowly starting to get this culture to spread. Of course, I'm not saying that your business unit, your team is the only one who have to create this culture. So I would also suggest that you find advocates for the same culture who believe in what you're doing around the company and see if you can work with their teams as well. So you're having multiple pockets of this new culture being started and spread in the company. It's not an easy task. It takes time, but I guess my point is it's all about people. It's all about growing people. It's all about coaching people. It's all about making people realize the potential that they maybe deep down inside know that they have, but haven't found a way of realizing. If you are capable of enabling them to do so while at the same time having them work with you on something that you all believe in, then you are beginning to create a transformational culture. It sounds easier than it is, and it takes a lot of work, and it takes a lot of patience, and there's a lot of things that you have to work with or against, because when you come to a new team, you'll also see that new teams, they have their hierarchical structure, they have the organizational structure. This is my job description, I'm boss for this area, and what am I supposed to do if we rip everything apart and build it again? So it's a lot of work with humans, it's a lot of work with making the people that you work with feel comfortable in this new setting. If you're creating a team like this, if you're creating a transformational culture like this, you are at the same time, in my experience, also breaking down the traditional job descriptions, the traditional silos that are in teams and units and companies. Because you have to work together, you have to use your competences across different things, you have to work in projects. And we're not comfortable with this because we're used to, I'm a project manager and this is my project, so this is what I'm working on. And all of a sudden this project is torn into pieces and there's going to be 7 people working with you on the same project. And what is your role and how do you show that you are actually capable of delivering in this team? And that's part of your job as a leader, a team leader, to make sure that your team feels comfortable, understands that this is a new way of working, and everybody, they play an extremely important part of this puzzle in order for the whole thing to work. And as I said, it's a lot of people work. It's a lot of making people trust in you, because typically you will come and propose something that they're not used to. So you have to be in front and show that it's doable. You have to be in front and show them that you trust them, defend them in front of everybody else who will try to come after them. Because when you start changing things, you will also have a large share of a traditional incumbent company who are looking at these newcomers and saying, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? We cannot do this. Because normally, maybe they don't know what's going on. Maybe they are afraid of change, and then typically they will push back. So your team will also face this resistance from other business units, and it's your job to be the strong leader, to be the strong inspirator behind them and saying, guys, I know we're sticking our noses out, we're getting slapped on the noses, but at the end of the day, we will be a cultural carrier in this company. Trust me, we're doing the right things. Make sure that all the good things the teams are doing are being announced in the company so people can see what you're doing. Many things, many advice. I hope my live session A was published on LinkedIn with audio and you like listening to me. I'll try to sign off now. So thank you very much for being here, and give me your comments if you like this kind of live format, or is there anything you want me to talk about. I don't know if I can see the chat somewhere. I can, but good luck with the streaming. Maybe that was from before, but the sound wasn't working. Anyway, if there's anything you want me to talk about, I do have 25 years of things I can talk about, so please let me know, and I'll try to do this again because I'm having fun at least. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day or evening. Bye.